Hello everyone, today we're doing a banner review for the new Jobless Reincarnated collaboration. So first thing we're going to do is, of course, we're going to look at the characters. I have the Grand Cross database over on this side. So, the first one, which is this guy, which is called Rudius. This card here is a Flood card, single target, the exact same as Blue Escanor. And then we have, of course, the standard Infect AoE card that Green Merlin has and Rimuru has. So his ultimate is a special ultimate, and it says apply one magic sphere for every magic, and for every magic sphere, increase damage by 30% and inflicts damage equal to 350% on all allies. I'm not gonna lie, at 1/6 it sounds very weak. 350% multiplier and only 30% increase per orb. Like, yeah, you can get 5 orbs. It's only 150%, which isn't that much in comparison to other ultimates. And they still have better effects. Onto his passive, every human ally in the battlefield, in every ally battle, increase basic stats by 10%. Whenever a human ally uses a skill, apply one magic sphere on the hero. Removes all magic spheres when the hero uses a single target skill. If the hero has 5 magic spheres, increase crit chance by 50%. Damage dealt is also increased by additional 30%. Which, that means for one card, every 5 cards you play, you do big damage. So, you know, it's kind of a fair trade-off. You do more damage, it's only one card. But if you think about characters like Melee, they don't have to play 3 cards. They just got to either hit 3 times or play 3 cards, which is quite more broken. And Melee gets better stuff out of it. On to the next one, which is Eris, I think her name is. This card here is a Sever card. Default single target Sever. Nothing insane. This card is a remove buffs AoE, and then a level 3 it removes stances as well. On to her ultimate now. Her ultimate is Inflict, it's just Flood. It's a Flood ultimate, the same as Easton, the Awakened Easton. Passive. So for every applicable ally participating in PvE, battle increases applicable allies' attack-related stats by 10% and increase single target damage by 15%, and the characters have to be a human and strength attribute. And it doesn't work in Demonic Beast or PvP. On to Roxy now. So Roxy, this card is a normal deplete old gauge. Unfortunately, it's the old one. Of course, you know, for some reason, even for any collab character, they don't decide to go with the newer one, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it's the normal deplete single target old gauge, and then you have an AoE Pierce card as the secondary card. Onto the passive. This is probably one of the more unique. Actually, no, we're going to the ultimate first. The ultimate is also very unique. Decrease all stats except basic stats by 30% for 2 turns and inflict damage equal to 450% on all enemies. Max multiplier is 700% on the damage dealt, and lowering stats up to 160%, which is pretty insane. Unfortunately, her base crit chance is only 70%, so she's not going to be critting that often. I think a lot of their crit chance is pretty dog doo-doo. Yeah, okay, the best one is the character I think is the best. Okay, cool. Onto the passive now. At the start of the battle, apply a shield equal to 200% of the hero's attack on unknown allies. Apply the same effect at the start of the ally's turn again, pretty much saying every turn. If at the start of ally's turn, and the shield is not removed, increase allies' attack-related stats by 20% for 1 turn. So this is a buff as well, so of course Estarossa and Rimuru can just absolutely devour it. But it's a buff nonetheless, and it's even if you go second, the shield does apply, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the shield is like very papery; it just breaks immediately. But of course, there may be some team comps that will help mitigate that. Okay, onto the final character. I think her name is Ghislaine. I've not seen the show. I will end up watching the show just so I can actually shit on it. But anyway, that's it. She seems to have the best stats when it comes to the character stats in this collab. She also has the highest CC as well out of all of them. This card is a single target Pierce card. Decent multiplier, 200, 300, 500, pretty normal. Single target is cancel stances at level 1. It cancels stances at level 1, 2, and then 3. And it's literally the normal cancel stance card, but it works at level 1. Then it works at level 2, same multiplier, and then level 3 with the same with a higher multiplier. It's kind of cool. Her ultimate is AoE Power Strike, the exact same as Terry's, so of course that ultimate will be hitting decently hard. Especially when that works with their passive as well. And to roll it. Her relic is a 60% damage increase if she gets attacked 3 times by a single enemy. PvP. For every unknown ally participating in PvP, increase their heroes, so it's only her basic stats, by 7% at the start of the battle. Mark the enemy with the highest CC. When this enemy is marked, they can only attack her. When attacking the marked target, increase the hero's damage dealt by 40%. By the marked target, decrease the enemy's attack, so the damage they deal, I think, by 30%. I think this translation's wrong. It says on here attack-related stats, but then that wouldn't work on some characters. I'm pretty sure it's just damage dealt by 30%, which is pretty good. Unknowns don't have a taunt character, especially it works on the highest CC. The highest CC is always probably going to be the new character, either being Mael, Melee, or Escanor. But of course, in Geared, you know, there could be problems there. So people are probably saying which ones are probably the best. In my opinion, this one here, so Gizlay or Rudius are the 2 good ones. And these 2, she's horrible. She shouldn't even be in the game. Her relic literally doesn't work unless you have Rudius, which is kind of stupid. She's a very, very bad version of Kizna. Like, very bad. At least Kizna's actually useful. And she was free. This one, she has potential, but I still don't think... Unless there's a really broken way to make her shield good, then I don't think she's going to be that good. You can say, oh, for Demonic Beast, for the Snake. The Snake, 90% of the time, will just remove buffs by his passive and stances. So, buffs and stances don't work. Unfortunately, Gizlay's passive only works in PvP, which is sort of sad. But I do see that it could have been a tiny bit broken. And half what they could have done is just made it for every unknown ally on the field, she gets 7% basic stats. And then she takes 30% less damage from one enemy. Or something like that. I don't understand why they've had to restrict it, because she is probably one of the better characters. Rudius is okay, but the fact he's only got 1-shot potential, like after 5 cards, is pretty irritating. Especially when you also need him 6/6 as well to get 3 orbs. So that means if you get his ultimate, unless you already have 2 orbs, you're not getting it. You need at 6/6 you get 3 orbs, which is kind of broken, and has the same percentage as an Abyss ultimate. Even though in my opinion Abyss is probably one of the most powerful ultimates in the game. But overall, the banner pretty bad. Brynhild, Nanashi, there's only 1 seasonal character, which is kind of a surprise. But I don't understand why. Like, this banner is really, really bad. Like, really, really bad. And I think that's the reason they gave us four multis for free, is because they realized how bad the banner was. Because this is, like, really bad. Like, Rising the Shooter had Freya on it, which is insane. Like, he was, at the time, needed for a Demonic Beast, and he was on that banner. And now they've just gone back to crappy old characters. I thought that they would at least have Freya on here, because she is like 4 months old at this point, and she's still not in the game. Oh, still not on like banners like these, where her brother was. I don't understand. I know, was it around 4 months as well? I'm pretty sure it was around 4 months as well. So they both released about 4 months into a... Yeah, okay. Anyway. Would I recommend summoning? If you are going to summon, go for Rudius and Gizlay. The other 2 are not really that good. If I will be summoning, it will be at the very end, because of course we are getting Camilla. I made a video on that Camilla. It's been leaked that we are getting one. The date's been leaked, the cards have been leaked, and what the passive, not what the passive does has been leaked, but the passive restrictions have been leaked, means it doesn't work in Demons or PvP, which makes me feel like it is for Demonic Beast of some sort. If not, I don't see any other point in her. But you never know. Escanor animation. Sick. I will probably be doing how to build, even if I don't get the characters, just for the sake of doing it, because some people probably still wouldn't know how to build them, because that's just what I do how to build and that. If you are going to summon, of course do bear in mind that JP Anniversary is close, like 4 weeks away, close, and we're not always guaranteed to get 300 diamonds like we do sometimes, because it's Netmarble, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, so... Escanor animation. If I will summon, I'll only end up doing 480 because we get 4 summons for free. So please do bear that in mind, that most people will probably not be summoning. 2 SSRs. So when you get an SSR on this banner, there is a 30% chance it's a collaboration character, which is kind of cool, but also not that cool. Because back when AOT dropped, AOT was when you got an SSR, it's a 50% chance it's one of the characters, which is kind of cool. I love that. Of course, later on down the line in the collab, I will be making like my overall thoughts on the collab as a whole, like what I did with Rising of the Shield Hero, and I'm losing my voice. That's not good. I do think this collab was a giant letdown, though. Like overall, from like what I've seen, the characters are not impressive. You know, they're not Reinhardt level. They're not like Echidna level. You know, when Reinhardt and Echidna dropped, it was like they're must-haves because they're actual good characters. Reinhardt was a broken DPS at the time, destroying the meta. And then you had Echidna, who was like very good at also destroying the meta, as well as being a good buff as far unknown. First character, I got the free character. Wow, don't care. And Green Mum. So of course, something I don't like is that you can obtain the free character on this banner. I don't like it. It's also on the paid banner. You don't get to pick this character. You randomly get a character. You don't get to pick him. Back in the day, you used to be able to pick the character you wanted. So, of course, if you do it, you'll probably end up getting her because she's the free character. So, of course, please do bear that in mind as well. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.